Hey guys, Claire here, and look who I have.
Yay!
You can tell we're
Another
family.
Fun day.
Yes. This is my lovely Aunt Tina. I am sure you guys are familiar with her if you watch the channel. Tina is an amazing cook, but I think most importantly, you're an amazing baker.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, I've become the sugar pusher.
That's it, the sugar pusher of the family with all the grandbabies, just pushing that sugar.
That's right.
Yeah, just pixie sticks in her pocket, just ready to go. But Tina is, I guess I would say, the official birthday cake cook.
I know, it's kind of come out that way.
It has, yeah.
It's like the go-to
It's amazing.
person. I like it.
It's great.
a good spot.
It's a good rule to have in the family.
It is.
It's very important. Today we are using your buttermilk cake in
Yes.
another iteration.
That's right.
Yes. So if you guys watch the episode of the mango cake, then you are familiar with her buttermilk cake recipe.
Right.
And today we're using the buttermilk recipe to make
Checkerboard cake.
Checkerboard cake.
Yay!
All right, I'm just gonna, full disclosure. So whenever we shoot YouTube videos, I will prep the day before, and so I used too much batter and was like, oh, I'll make it 2 layers instead of 3. And then I found out today from Tina that you need 3 layers for it to work.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if it's still checkerboard.
That's right.
Fingers crossed.
Right.
We'll find out later. We have to talk about these amazing vintage cake tins, because this is what it is. So it's the 3 layers, and then
It's pretty scary looking, but it's
the face hugger, like medieval man in the iron mask kind of thing. We're gonna use the cake kit today because I don't see how you can't if you have the ability to use this.
Yes.
But if you don't have a kit like this, because to be fair, this is a vintage piece.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of you will have this.
Right.
You can get the exact same effect by simply cutting out these same shapes. So every layer of cake is gonna have 3 holes in it, basically, like 3 circles. And it's gonna go like vanilla, chocolate, vanilla, and then alternate chocolate, vanilla, chocolate. And that's how you get the checkerboard effect. We now have our ingredients. So it's 1 recipe of buttermilk cake divided in 2, with a few little changes for the chocolate part of the cake.
Right.
Yeah. So walk us through what we have in front of us. What are the ingredient measurements?
A cup of flour, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, 1 egg, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 ounce of unsweetened chocolate melted.
Nice. So this is the chocolate half.
That's the chocolate
of
half.
the recipe. And for the vanilla half,
We have 1 1/8 cup of flour, 1/4 cup of butter, 1/3 of a teaspoon of baking soda and baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 egg, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and then the cup of buttermilk that we'll use
for both. Perfect. All right, cool. Well, I feel like let's, just so we don't have to wash out our pan.
Okay.
Do you want to make the vanilla one first,
Yeah, that's a good
and then we'll
idea.
do the chocolate one?
That's great.
So this is done the same way if you saw the mango
Right.
cake recipe, where we're going to cream together the butter and sugar, and then add the egg until it's nice and fluffy, and then we'll do the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients. All right, so our vanilla cake batter is finished.
Yes.
So now we're just going to do the same process with the chocolate.
Yeah.
But then we fold the chocolate in at the end, right?
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, now we're ready to go.
We have our lovely kind of milk chocolatey cake layer, our vanilla, and we have our special apparatus.
That's right. So we're going to alternate. So
Okay.
we're just going to start with 1. You know, we'll put some in the center.
A recipe like this actually really benefits from having a thick cake batter because it stays in place.
Yeah.
Because if you had like a
that's
runny
a good
cake,
point,
like
yeah.
if you did this with cake mix, I feel like it would be really runny.
Yeah, it would run
Like
together.
if you picked it up, it would just kind of tie-dye into nothingness. All right, well, here's the fun part. So I'm gonna let you do the honors because I was not that skilled at it when I tried myself.
Well, ta-da! It worked. All right, so do it again, this time alternating.
Okay.
So we want,
So vanilla on the outside.
right.
All right.
All right.
That
So
looks
then-
pretty good. Yours turned out nicer than mine.
Well, it looks funny, but it's, believe it or not, it's coming out.
It's gonna create a checkerboard.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how do we bake these?
We put it 350 for 20 minutes, I think.
Great, okay.
Yeah.
In they go. The cakes are done, and they look cute, especially on the bottom. You can really see.
Yeah, yeah, it's like perfect.
It's gonna look so good. And so now we're doing the chocolate frosting, and I love this recipe because there's a very unexpected ingredient in it. So walk us through, what do we have in front of us?
We have a box of the powdered sugar, 1/3 cup of the unsweetened powdered chocolate, 1/3 of a cup of whipping cream, teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 cup of butter, and then a cup of Cool Whip.
Hey!
And it just kind of cuts the richness to me of the so much butter.
It's so nice.
Yeah. First we want to cream the butter and the powdered sugar. Now I'm adding the powdered chocolate.
And the last thing's the Cool Whip?
And the last thing's Cool Whip.
Great.
That gets folded in at the end.
That looks beautiful. I love how smooth it is.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's put the cake together. Oh, this looks so good.
Yes.
Moment of truth. Oh, it worked! Yay! That looks so cute. It totally
It's so pretty.
worked. All right.
It's like everybody loves it because it's got the chocolate and the vanilla.
It's you know, a cake for the people.
Right.
It pleases
For
all people.
I know.
This is so cute. And you could do different colors too. Like you could do red velvet. You could play with it.
You could.
This is so fun.
That's a great idea.
All right, you want to have a bite?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Let's try
The point.
It's very good.
Ooh, I love that
like it.
frosting.
Yeah, the frosting's great.
It's really light. Thank you so much for sharing this with
You're
us. This was
welcome.
delicious. I love it, and I loved the vintage pans so much.
It's so funny.
Like, the fact that things like that were invented blow my mind. Like, someone was like, you know what?
Somebody made that.
If I just made a mold, yeah, it's like, oh my God. It's so fabulous. But this is so delicious. Another classic Tina cake. Please comment below if you guys try the cake. Would love to hear what you think of it. Please also definitely try the frosting. It's super delicious. And yeah, like the video if you like it. And thanks so much for coming by.
Thanks, Claire.
Yeah, this was so fun.
Me.
Of course.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna have another bite.
Me too.